Imagine the ground beneath you trembling, the air filling with a resonating rumble, and the sky darkening with ash and smoke. This is the moment when the Earth decides to unveil its raw, unbridled energy, a spectacle both terrifying and enchanting. This is the birth of a volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption is more than just an impressive light show. It's a testament to the overwhelming power of our planet, a reminder that beneath our feet, deep in the Earth's crust, forces are at work that can change the face of our world in an instant. The initial signs of an eruption are subtle, yet unmistakable. The ground starts to shiver, as if it's alive, a low rumble echoing from deep within the Earth, a prelude to the symphony of nature's might about to unfold. Then there's a sudden rush of energy, a violent release that sends mountains of ash and plumes of smoke billowing into the sky. You can feel the raw power involved. It's a force that can tear mountains apart, a force that can create new lands, a force that can alter the course of rivers, and a force that can even influence the climate. But amidst this overwhelming power, there's a strange sense of beauty, a fascination that draws us in. The bright fiery rivers of lava flowing down the mountainside, the way the night sky lights up with the eruption's fiery glow, it's a sight that leaves you breathless. But don't let the beauty fool you. A volcanic eruption is a potent reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's might. It's a phenomenon that respects no boundaries, no man-made structures, and definitely no schedules. This is the awe-inspiring power of a volcanic eruption, a force of nature that shapes our world in ways you might not expect. It's the raw energy of our planet, unleashed. And believe me, we're only scratching the surface. The rest of this journey is even more riveting, so stay tuned and prepare to be amazed. But how does such a powerful force come into being? What causes a volcano to form in the first place? Let's dive into the heart of our planet to understand this. The Earth is like a giant layered cake, with the core as the innermost layer, the mantle in the middle, and the crust as the thin, hard outer shell. The mantle is a hot, semi-fluid layer of molten rock known as magma. It's under intense pressure, and it's always on the move. Now imagine the Earth's crust as a broken eggshell. It's not one solid piece, but rather a jigsaw puzzle of large pieces called tectonic plates. These plates are constantly shifting, albeit at a pace slower than a snail's. Sometimes they collide. Other times they pull apart or slide past each other. When these plates move, they create cracks and weaknesses in the Earth's crust. If a plate is forced down into the mantle, the intense heat and pressure can cause the rock to melt, creating more magma. As the pressure builds up, the magma seeks an escape route. It forces its way up through the cracks in the crust, and voila, a volcano is born. The types of landforms created by these volcanic processes are as varied as the processes themselves. Sometimes the magma cools and solidifies before it reaches the surface, creating a large dome-shaped mountain. Other times the magma erupts violently from the crust, spewing ash and molten rock into the air, and piling up to form a cone-shaped volcano. This is the birth of a beast, a natural wonder that embodies the raw power and dynamism of our planet. It's a story that's been unfolding for billions of years, and it's a story that's far from over. So, the birth of a volcano is a story of heat, pressure, and the ceaseless movement of the Earth's crust. Not all volcanoes are created equal. Some ooze, some explode, and others do both. First, let's talk about shield volcanoes. These are the gentle giants of the volcanic world, named for their broad, shield-like shape. They're primarily built by the accumulation of fluid lava flows that spread out in all directions from a central summit vent. The lava from these volcanoes is low in silica, meaning it's less viscous and can flow for miles before cooling. The Hawaiian Islands, including the famous Mauna Loa, are prime examples of shield volcanoes. Next up, we have cinder cone volcanoes. These are the simplest type of volcano. They're built from particles and blobs of congealed lava ejected from a single vent. As the gas-charged lava is blown violently into the air, it breaks into small fragments that solidify and fall as cinders around the vent to form a circular or oval cone. Paracutin in Mexico, which sprang up in a farmer's cornfield and grew to a height of over 1,000 feet in just a year, is a classic example of a cinder cone volcano. Last, but certainly not least, are the composite or stratovolcanoes. These are the most dangerous and explosive of all the types. They're built up by many layers or strata of hardened lava, pumice, and volcanic ash. Unlike shield volcanoes, the lava in stratovolcanoes is high in silica, making it too thick to flow very far. This causes pressure to build up until the volcano explodes in a dramatic eruption. The infamous Mount St. Helens in the United States and Mount Fuji in Japan are both stratovolcanoes. Each type of volcano has its unique beauty and potential for destruction, painting a varied and dramatic picture of Earth's volcanic activity. Volcanoes don't just stand there looking ominous, they have profound effects on the world around them. When volcanoes erupt, they don't merely put on an awe-inspiring show of nature's raw power, they also shape and reshape the very face of our planet. Often, they can dramatically alter landscapes, sometimes creating new landforms out of the ashes and lava they spew. These fiery behemoths can birth entire islands, like the Hawaiian archipelago, and majestic mountain ranges, such as the Cascades in North America. But the influence of volcanoes extends beyond just physical transformations. They have a hand in climate change too. The ash and gases expelled during volcanic eruptions can have a significant impact on the Earth's climate. When a volcano erupts, it releases carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. In large amounts, these gases can trap heat and lead to global warming. But paradoxically, the ash and sulfuric acid droplets can also block sunlight, causing a temporary cooling effect. And what about the human factor? Well, volcanoes have played a pivotal role in human societies for thousands of years. For instance, the fertile volcanic soils have been a boon for agriculture, giving rise to flourishing civilizations like those in ancient Rome and Mesoamerica. But of course, there's a flip side. The destructive power of volcanoes has led to the downfall of societies too, such as the Minoan civilization following the eruption of Thera around 3,600 years ago. So, while volcanoes may seem like mere backdrops in the grand theater of Earth's geology, they are in fact key players. Their eruptions are not random acts of destruction but part of a larger intricate system that helps shape the world as we know it. Volcanoes, then, are not just spectacles of nature's fury. They are agents of change on a planetary scale. Despite their destructive power, humans have a long history of living near and even benefiting from volcanoes. Picture this, a volcano, a towering inferno of molten rock and ash, a symbol of nature's raw, untamed power. It's a terrifying spectacle, yet paradoxically, these fiery mountains have been a cradle for human civilization for thousands of years. But how can something so destructive also be a source of life? Volcanic soil, for one, is a Garden of Eden for crops. When a volcano erupts, it spews out a cocktail of minerals and nutrients. Over time, these substances enrich the soil, making it incredibly fertile. This boon has given rise to some of the most lush and productive agricultural areas on the planet. The vineyards of Italy's Mount Etna and the coffee plantations on the slopes of Costa Rica's Poas volcano owe their bounty to this phenomenon. But the benefits of living with volcanoes extend beyond agriculture. Have you ever soaked in a hot spring or marveled at a geothermal power plant? These are direct benefits of volcanic activity. The heat from the Earth's mantle, channeled through volcanic hotspots, can be harnessed to generate electricity. Countries like Iceland and New Zealand have tapped into this geothermal energy, providing a sustainable and eco-friendly power source. However, dwelling in the shadow of a volcano isn't all wine and roses. Living near active volcanoes comes with risks and challenges. There's the obvious threat of eruption, with its accompanying lava flows, ash clouds, and pyroclastic flows. Then there are the less dramatic but equally dangerous hazards like volcanic gases and landslides. So, while the fertile soils and geothermal energy are enticing, they come with a cautionary note. In essence, volcanoes are a testament to the duality of nature, its capacity for both creation and destruction. They remind us that life and energy can spring from the most unlikely places. So, volcanoes are not just about destruction, they can also be about life and energy. Volcanoes are truly fascinating features of our planet. They embody the raw, untamed power of Earth's interior, bursting forth in spectacular displays of fire and rock. We've journeyed together through the birth of these majestic beasts, exploring the intricate processes that lead to their formation. We've delved into the diverse types of volcanoes, from the explosive stratovolcanoes to the effusive shield volcanoes, each with their unique characteristics and impacts. We've also examined the profound effects these fiery mountains have on our environment and climate, shaping the world in ways both devastating and life-giving. And we've witnessed how humans, in their resilience and adaptability, have learned to coexist with these volatile neighbors, harnessing their power and braving their threats. Volcanoes are more than just natural phenomena. They are intricate parts of our living planet, playing key roles in Earth's ongoing story. Next time you see a volcano, remember it's more than just a mountain with fire. It's a world-shaping, awe-inspiring testament to the dynamic planet we call home.